Yo, good morning, good afternoon, or you should be asleep right now, but instead you decided to take a look at some original Grown Bee Zombies gameplay. Now, this is going to be my first Zombies video with the commentary being relevant to the video. I did another Zombies video, I probably did. One of them was a challenge series that I did with my friend, and then another one was just me getting a video out so I could talk about some Black Ops 2 stuff that I found out. But this is going to be my first one where, you know, the commentary is actually relevant. I'm going to talk a little bit about this gameplay, talk a little bit about just what I think a Zombies video should consist of. And that's just on my personal account, my personal, views of, what's exciting, what's interesting, what would I want to see. Because honestly, I don't watch a lot of Zombies gameplay. And here's the reason why. It's because people tend to, just want to get to really high rounds or try to, break some type of record. And I don't want to see a strategy. I don't want to see a guy running around in a circle and, shooting at the zombies and blowing them up with a grenade and running around. I don't want to see that. I'd rather see some people, just running around the map, doing a bunch of different things, getting themselves into positions that they have to get themselves out of with skill. That's what I want to see. I just don't personally get interested in seeing people run, running trains and running circles are different things. And I'm just not interested in it. I think I've watched maybe one Zombies gameplay all the way through. Just one. And that's because it's boring to me. I mean, sure, it's cool that you got to round, 70 or whatever, but I don't want to watch you run around these chairs over and over again and shoot the zombies with some upgraded thing or whatever. I'd rather see you traveling from town to town, running around, getting through the fog a little bit, upgrading a couple of different weapons, going into that mode where you have no ammo and you just basically have to gun it out until you get a max or something like that. That's what I'd rather see. So when you see some gameplay with me, there's either going to be some type of theme like what I'm about to tell you about now, or it's just going to be some cool little scenarios that I get myself into. I call myself I often call myself Barry Sanders, because sometimes I'll get into some crazy positions where it looks like I'm gonna die, and then I shoot the zombies out and I get out of it. And that's just what I think is more exciting. I feel like Zombies could possibly be more exciting and fun to watch than multiplayer, but it's only if people know how to basically put up a good video. And it's the same thing with multiplayer. When people just sit around and camp, I don't watch their full video, I click off. So when people just kind of do the same, loop strategy, I don't watch it. It's not interesting to me. So you're gonna be seeing stuff like this from me, and in this one I basically try to break my headshot record. And my headshot record in the sense of not how many headshots I get, but how many headshots I get in a row from the beginning. Because I have gotten 100 headshots in a row on, what was that, Nacht der Toten. I got 100 headshots in a row. But the headshot record that I'm trying to break, my personal record, was 55 for 55 on my first 55 kills. So that's what you see me going for now. I don't go for it every match. I generally just try to see how many headshots I can get without missing. But I finally realized how close I was, and I started to get a little, anxious and everything. And I'm not gonna, it's not something that you have to anticipate. I do actually break my headshot record. I get 68 67 in a row. And it's a lot of people do it. I think it probably gets done a lot. The thing that's hard about it, what's difficult about it, is the fact that sometimes you'll get a headshot, but the game won't count it. And that's what's tough about it, because you basically have to be almost perfect. And today I want to talk a little bit about exactly, some of the things that I keep in mind when I'm getting headshots, because I'm ranked pretty high in headshots so far here in Transit. I don't play a lot. I could be ranked a lot higher, but I don't play as much as some other people. I also don't usually play with a lot of good people, so I normally don't get far. But yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about exactly how I go about getting my headshots, some tricks and stuff. Well, not necessarily tricks, but things just about the structure of the game that allow me to, you know, get headshots. But real quick, I want to talk about before I get into that, I want to talk about how, and I know this is an extremely long gameplay, so pretty soon here some music is about to start playing, or maybe it's already started playing. I'm putting the music on after I do the commentary, so I don't know when it's going to chime in. So y'all be able to listen to a little bit of that. It's nothing like, you know, it's nothing crazy, just some instrumentals from two of my favorite, you know, things in the universe. But like I said, if y'all notice, it's round 6 and the bus hasn't even honked at us yet. And that's because if you don't touch the door, if you don't, and people tend to rush so hard that they immediately put the turbine together and open the door and jump out. And the bus leaves usually the very next round, if not that round. And as you can see, me and my teammates here have ranked up a bunch of points. And one thing that's irritating is when you get to the box area or you get to the power area and everybody's scrambling around to get points. I'm going to give you a quick little deal, because the box obviously likes to hand out a lot of war machines. So I want to give you all a little tip. When you get to where the box first starts off, open the door and get the MP5 first, and then go to the box, so that you at least have something rather than nothing. And that is one of the reasons why I kind of decided, you know what, I kind of figured out, and I might have been one of the first people to start doing this, but or maybe not, I don't know. But when you don't open the door up with the turbine, or don't open the door up with money. Just don't touch it. Just rack up a bunch of kills. And this is the way we do it. The moment that one person can't hold their window anymore, we go outside. And then the bus usually leaves either that round or the next round. But by then, you know, you've racked up about 5,000 points and you don't have to go around scrambling for points. So when you get over to the box area, you can grab the MP5, and then you can still try the box for something better. But the MP5 is pretty much going to do well for the next few rounds. So that was just my quick little tip. Now I'm going to talk about, you know, how I just headshots in general. What you guys got to understand about headshots if you want to be someone who gets headshots. Although headshots are worth a lot of points, normally if you do go for a lot of headshots, you might not get as many points as other people, because see, you get 10 points for hitting the zombies, and then you get 60 for actually killing the zombie. So when you're using a lot of bullets to, you know, shoot them in the chest, you could probably put 10, you know, 15 bullets into one. 10, 15 bullets, that's 150 points right there, automatically, more than a headshot. And then on top of that, you're going to get the 60 points for getting the kills. So you don't get a ton of points for actually getting headshots, like you would think, since headshots are worth more. But, you know, it's always great. It just gives me a confidence in my accuracy to get the headshots, especially under plenty of pressure when, you know, you got quite a few different zombies coming at you. Now, I want to explain a little bit about how everything kind of works, just the, let's see, what's the right word, mechanics of a headshot. Now, there is a plane that all the zombies' heads are generally going to be on. Now, as for this zombie, this Down syndrome zombie, and some people say that it's rude for me to call it that, but that's just what I think of. Their heads are generally going to be on the same plane. So, you don't have to shoot at their head, you don't have to see their head to get the headshot. You just have to basically understand that their head is going to all be on that same plane generally. Except for, of course, during these first few rounds when they're bending over, moving around, trying to, you know, get the boards off the windows. That's why this is the toughest time to actually get a lot of headshots. This is the toughest time for me to get headshots because of the way the zombies' heads change on the plane. But when you get running, when you got trains and trains of zombies coming at you, you only really have to see one of their heads to really take all of their heads off, because their heads are generally on a certain part of the screen, and no matter what, they're going to be in that certain part of the screen. So let's say that part of the screen is, you know, just directly the middle. For instance, this area here, notice how their heads are all lined up in the same general spot. When this zombie comes over, his head is on the same plane as the rest of their heads. So I don't have to sit here and look at the head. I don't have to see the head. That's how I can get the headshot through that board, or I can get the headshot, you know, on a zombie that's behind another zombie, because I think this isn't my fault, by the way. That's not my fault. That's not me. But that's what's cool about it. Also, everyone thinks that you have, well, not everyone, maybe no one thinks this, but you don't have to shoot the zombie in the head to get the headshot. There is basically, like I was talking about earlier, how there's those planes. The actual circumference of where a zombie can be shot for it to be a headshot, or for his head to come off, is actually a little bit wider, a little bit larger than his actual head. So you can get a headshot on a zombie by not really shooting directly in the head, but maybe to the left of the head or to the right of the head. It's not massive, but you don't have to be terribly, overbearingly, amazingly accurate to get the headshot. Sometimes you can aim slightly to the left, sometimes you can aim slightly to the right, up, down, you know, at certain degrees, because it's almost as if the zombie's head is actually bigger than what you're being presented with. So that's another way to get, you know, just to think about how, you know, you can get certain headshots. That's how sometimes I don't have to aim my gun directly at the zombie's sideways head when it's one of those Down syndrome zombies. It's because the general area that is assigned to the zombies in order to get the headshot isn't just the zombie's head. It's actually a little bit larger than that. Or maybe not. Maybe this game, that's just from my experience and how and the headshots that I've gotten, that you don't always have to be aiming directly at their head. So right now, I believe I had finally broke. Nobody sees this, but when you're spectating someone, let me see if I can. Yeah, when you're spectating someone, like you're off the bus, and I don't get it. But basically, see, I'm coming up here. I got enough points to open this door, get the MP5K. I mean, on the MP5, and I just start going to work. At this point, I believe I'm 62 for 62 or 61 for 61. I'm not sure. But I've finally broken that record for myself. That record was set with the Arasaka on Shin Onuma back on World at War, actually, not Black Ops, World at War. And like I said, that guy got the War Machine, because it's gonna give out 3 War Machines before this box moves. This is also the fastest box in the history of COD, so it's probably going to give out a teddy bear like really soon. But it gives out tons of War Machines in this first box, and that's why I say make sure you grab that MP5, because, and there's the teddy, because you're probably going to get hoed on this first box. That first box does not give out very good weapons most of the time. So someone goes down here, and this isn't a very long game, but like I said, I like to upload videos with a certain kind of story behind it, and the story behind this one is I get 68 headshots in a row right off the bat, and it was something I've been trying to work on for a while, so I was pretty excited about it. We only get to round 10, but you know, because they're not going to let me out of here. This is where I died. They're not going to let me out of here. I wanted y'all to see exactly which headshot I missed. So hopefully you watched long enough to see me miss. Or maybe you were only watching long enough to see me miss. Who knows? But, yeah, this is where it ends for me. I don't know what I was thinking. Do I switch my weapon back to the MP5? Nope, I just died. I probably could have made some better decisions, but I didn't have a lot of faith in this Cap 40 that I was using, so I ended up going down and dying, but you know, it is what it is. So like I said, just expect to be seeing this kind of gameplays from me, you know, little stories, just a little personal records, stuff like that. Maybe me getting out of some crazy, I might do a montage of just kind of juking and getting out of crazy positions. That's probably going to be one of my big zombie projects. But if you enjoyed what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and Grown B is out.